What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. Got a quick video for you guys today. Then I'm gonna go hit the gym because ain't nothing else to do right now with this situation. So apparently, Xbox came out. I don't know if it was a leak or exactly how it happened, but a whole bunch of people got laid off, and it's very unfortunate that people had to lose their jobs. But I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I didn't get on camera and cry when people from Sony, law closed down studios and stuff like that. I'm not gonna do it now either. It's part of life. Things come and go. So it's unfortunate that these people lost their jobs, but we could pray for them and hopefully they land on their feet. They find a job somewhere else. Something that does affect me directly as a gamer is a game not coming out. Now, games get canceled all the time, right? Even the games that we probably never even knew were gonna be a game probably get canceled or people change their minds or whatever. But this game I have been anticipating because it is my favorite game of all time. If you don't know, my name Doc Dark comes from this game, and it is Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark is my favorite game of all times. Came out on the Nintendo 64. If I'm not mistaken, the Nintendo 64 dropped in 1996. I think that's when the Nintendo 64 dropped. But I remember we couldn't afford a Nintendo 64. So I didn't get my Nintendo 64 till like 1998, 99. I think it was like 2 years later after the N64 had dropped. And I remember one of the first games that I got was Perfect Dark. I remember the box. I remember it came with the little red expansion pack that you had to plug into the Nintendo 64. If not, it wouldn't work. It like gave the Nintendo 64 extra graphical power. I remember Perfect Dark came with that, and so did Donkey Kong 64. And I remember playing Perfect Dark and just, oh my goodness, just falling in love with the game. It is the only game to date that I have finished on every single difficulty. And this was before trophies, this was before achievements. I really don't know if I can even prove it to you because I don't even know if I have the memory card that has it. Like, was that one already saved on the cartridge? I can't remember if the game saved on the cartridge. But I remember playing challenges. Oh my goodness. Challenges was amazing. So like, even after you beat the game, the replay value of Perfect Dark was ridiculous. The multiplayer of Perfect Dark was again one of the best multiplayers I've ever played. I remember having friends over with my Nintendo 64, four different controllers. And when I grew up, when I was growing up, no one had no one no, I didn't know a single person that had like real controllers. You know what I'm saying? So you had maybe one or two real Nintendo controllers, and then everything else was like some bootleg controller that you found. So if you went to someone's house, you knew you were playing with the bootleg controller. They weren't giving you the good controller. That's the same thing it was. You were coming to my house to play some Perfect Dark, and you didn't bring your controller. Yeah, I remember that. Bring it. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. It's like bringing your controller. You bring your controller to the house. If you didn't bring your controller, you're gonna use one of my bootleg, controllers or whatever. And yeah, but I remember I used to mollywop people in Perfect Dark. I was nice. Yeah, I remember I'm old, so I've been playing video games without two analog sticks. Once they introduced two analog sticks, that's when my reaction time ain't that good. But on Perfect Dark with that one analog sticks and the C buttons, oh man, I was mollywhopping people. Such a great game. I remember it was the first game where you could change the difficulty of each individual bot. Or you could have bots in that game. It was the first game I ever played that had bots. If you played a different game, let me know that had bots. But it was the first time I ever played a game that had bots in it that you could change each individual bot. So you could set up, it could be you and your friends against a team of bots. I can't remember what the max number was. Maybe it was like something like 8 or whatever. And you could have 4 of them be easy. Oh man, custom matchmaking. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Perfect Dark was goated. Custom matchmaking. Man, it was fire, bro. Fire. It was also the first game where that I've ever played that had alternate firing modes. You remember The weapons had alternate firing modes. I remember there's a gun that was called the laptop gun that you could shoot or you could throw up against the wall. Man, that phenomenal. There was another gun that was a alien gun that you could shoot through walls with. Oh, you like feed an egg or something. That was fire. The regular one of the regular machine guns turned into a grenade launcher like right then and there. The other one turned into a proximity mine that you would like throw on the ground. Bro, the game was just ridiculous, man. The game was phenomenal. The story of Perfect Dark was really good. It was a phenomenal game. And now Xbox has canceled it. And the last thing we have so far of Perfect Dark is that other Perfect Dark that came out on the 360 that I haven't even played because for whatever reason Joanna Dark decided to dye her hair or something crazy like that. And now we're left with a canceled game. My favorite game. Yeah, I still got it. Yeah, I still got it. My favorite game. I was looking forward to a remake or a remaster or a revision of this game. But you know what? I guess the silver lining in all of this is that Xbox can't mess it up now if they canceled it, right? Because that would be horrible if they come out, drop it, and then they mess it up and it's a horrible game. Mess up the legacy of Perfect Dark. I can't believe this is the state that Xbox is in right now. They showed apparently they're doing great with revenue and everything, and it's like, yeah, if you cut your ties and you let people go and you're not paying for stuff, then obviously you're gonna be making more money, but that doesn't mean that you're making. I don't know, man. The money talk is not for me anyway, so I'm not even gonna pretend to talk to you about money and the business of gaming. All I care about is games and the value proposition. I just made a video yesterday saying how I canceled my Game Pass Ultimate renewal, right? And even in that video, I went ahead and vouched for the value that Game Pass has as a whole for the gaming industry with everything that they're doing, putting games everywhere, and even what they're doing the handheld space and making Windows supposedly a little bit better for gaming. We'll see how that pans out. But games being canceled, not every single game being in Game Pass. Like I have no idea why all the Call of Duties are not in Game Pass. And don't give me that BS. They gotta slowly drip it to make it a keep you as a value. Let's not do that. That's dumb. That's stupid. All the Call of Duties should be in Game Pass right now. They just released World War II. Why? They should have released all of them. I just saw that Game Pass just got a High on Life back, which was a game that was on it, but now it's back again. So it's recycled games. There's another game on there that was also recycled. So I don't know. This puts a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Xbox. I've already been on record saying that the Series X is trash because Microsoft doesn't support it. Right? I'm on record saying that. I'm already saying the PS5 is better because Sony actually respects the PS5. Um, I've been on record when I made my video talking about Starfield dropping at 30 frames. Made my video about that. I spoke about $80 games as well, right? And now this. I have recently moved to PC about a year ago now, and recently just canceled Game Pass Ultimate. I'll be honest with you, man. This does not make me want to subscribe to Game Pass at all because at this point, yo, you canceled my favorite game. To somebody else out there, this might not be a big deal, and that's perfectly fine. You have the way you can feel however you want. I told you, you should be a selfish gamer. I don't care how you feel. I care about how I feel. And Perfect Dark being canceled after it's been in development for Lord knows how long, not cool. Xbox, maybe Xbox is not good for gaming. Yeah, it's that big of a deal to me. Dark Dog 985. There's levels to this. I'm not even using Xbox controller no more. But I mean, I've been bought this, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We out. Peace.